Every time I talk to a parent, they'll say they did treatment 2-3 times. The second, what happened when they started getting sick again? Went back to their school with their friends, that peer pressure, wanting to fit in, things like that. So the school we know that even for adults, we recover with our peers.
How many people are relapsed within 30 days?
90%.
Woo! Okay.
90%.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done such in-depth research about this because as I started digging in, I knew that this was a huge problem, and these kids, every time I talk to a parent, they'll say they did treatment 2-3 times. The second, what happened when they started getting sick again? Went back to their school with their friends, that peer pressure, wanting to fit in, things like that. So the school we know that even for adults, we recover with our peers, right? Yeah. That's one of the biggest things where people understand what you're going through. I isolated when I was in my addiction because nobody knew what I was going through, understood me. It wasn't until I came to treatment that I was like, wow, these are, they get me. They understand what I'm going through. Right. So this is not only the peer support that they're going to have there to support each other, but we're creating a loving environment with a small 10-to-1 teacher to student ratio, okay. To make sure that these kids' needs are met individually. So we don't see, max 70 students per at a time, but we'll see
in the high school.
Yes, but we'll see 200, probably 200 or more revolving throughout the year, because we're going to say not every kid is going to stay. Some will stay 3 to 4 months, but the goal is to get them so the school runs like a normal high school. We just have recovery coaches and morning check-in, and at lunchtime we have, certain things that we would run through, with whether it's prevention or whatever, curriculum or stuff like that. It's what they're going to do outside. They will not have homework. What they do outside is where the real work is done. So they'll be an IOP. They'll be doing like APGs.
Is it a requirement that they're in IOP while they're at the recovery high school?
Yes. Yes. Okay. And some I've had this question like, well, what if they can't afford it? There's IOPs that take access. There's IOPs that take commercial. There's no reason. Now, if a kid cannot do it for some reason, it's not where I'm not going to turn somebody away. Do what I like them to do it? Absolutely. Because that's where they're going to get the most, support when it comes to learning about the addiction, right? We're there to create a safe, sober environment. Even we have sober prom called SPROM. We're taking them through the entire real high school, fill, but they're in a very loving, supportive environment where people understand what they're going through and are prepared to help them with what they're going through. And another awesome thing too is I'm going to be the first recovery high school to provide boarding. So these are my kids that need more accountability, or a lot of times, like you said earlier with the homes, they go at home, right? A lot of times it's the home. So that family dynamic with the family therapy, these are all like things that we are going to try to implement the family to work on, because you can't just treat, like when a kid is in treatment, the parents have to realize that they played a part in the reason their kid is there, and so it's a family disease. They call addiction a family disease for a reason. So we're trying to heal the family unit as well while they're in school. So
to get a free copy of the 12-step guide that I created for you, click on the link in the description below.
It'll be nice to have them be able to board. Some parents, even when they call, they're looking for treatment. They're like, oh, you guys are only up to 60 days. I'm looking for 9 months. I'm looking for, longer term, because they can't deal with their kids. They have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Well, I think it's my experience. The longer someone stays connected to treatment, the higher the likelihood is that they're able to stay sober. And also it's what I'm hearing that you're creating. It's okay. My experience, everything has to change. New eating habits, new sleeping habits, new exercise habits. They pray and meditate, new friends, new hobbies, new interests. Like everything has to change. It's really hard to change everything. And so to just send someone to treatment for 30 days and then send them back home to their old environment with their same friends, their same school, their same, nothing's changed. There's no way they're going to stay sober.
What's the first thing we say in recovery? Avoid people, places, and things.
Right.
The kids are going right back to the people, places, and things that got them sick.
There's no way they're going to stay sober.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Absolutely.
So I love it. So who's eligible?
Anybody.
Okay.
I'm not, some schools they charge, it's a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit,
yes.
Okay.
And some schools they do charge tuition. I am not going to charge tuition. I'm going to do everything I can that my babies, I call them my babies, can, go and thrive at
So
it'll
be a private school.
Well, it's a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit,
well,
but it's
I'm
private.
not sure yet how that aspect is going to be because I'm working very closely with Phoenix Unified right now. So I'm meeting with them this month again. I've already met in front of the board, the superintendent. They love it. They know what's going on. They want it. They know what's going on within the schools, and they're constantly trying to come up with new interventions, new ways to combat what's going on with the addiction. It's not getting better, so we're not doing something right. We have to come up with something new that can help.
If you got value from this video, if you heard what you needed to hear, be sure to like it. Comment if you've got a question or you have something to say. Subscribe to the channel. Camelback Recovery provides treatment services for people struggling with mental health, mental illness, addiction, alcoholism, whatever it may be. So if you or a loved one is struggling and you need some guidance and you need some direction, reach out to us. Our contact information is down below, or you can go to our website, camelbackrecovery.com. Whether it be detox, inpatient treatment, outpatient treatment, sober living, recovery coaching, sober companion services, whatever it may be, like I said, we can either help you or make sure that you get sent in the right direction. We help people all over the country, all over the world for that matter. I'll see you on the next video.